Hello, everybody, and welcome to JSmith's week of 2Spooky4U. So I'm not sure exactly how this week is gonna turn out. If I do this, this is kind of like a pilot for me. I'm gonna watch it and be like, man, all right, this is kind of okay, and we'll see what kind of goes from here. Regardless, you can see from this, well, you're like, what the hell is Forest, Josh? Well, Forest is it's a game on the Asylum Game Jam, which is, yeah, 20, no, like, what is it, 40, 72, what's 2 days? 48 hours to make a game with the theme of, like, horror, but not having any spooky, scary, like, mentally disturbed people, I guess. So there's not going to be any asylums or any medical facilities that I'm going to be running from, so it's kind of like horror outside of that kind of horror trope, which is kind of cool. And so we'll see how that kind of works. I don't think the whole week is going to be all of these game jams. Games are all kind of like encompassing the Asylum Jam, but it might. I'm kind of just throwing this one out there. We'll see if I like it. Maybe not every video has to incorporate just one video, or one game. I might play one, maybe two games, so we'll see what kind of goes from there. But I like the idea of like mixing things up, and so I'm not gonna just do your Amnesias or your Amnesia 2s or your like Dead Spaces or something like that. I kind of want to get a little bit more of some things that you might not have seen before, which I hope to provide. In any case, let's get right into Forest. Again, you could find all in by again, I mean for the first time, you could go to asylumjam.com and you can take a look at all of the games that are available on there. They're all free and they're all simple. You could play them in browser. You could download them. Whatever the creator wanted you to have. So we are going to be playing Forest, and I am going to be a male. And so here's a little bit of the backstory. Things were tough. Things were rough. With our new jobs and new stress, we hardly saw each other, and when we did, we argued. I thought a trip away would change things, but it didn't. And we argued, and they stormed out. And I've heard noises. There's something very wrong with this place, and I need to find them. To get to the car and go, before whatever here gets us. Whatever is here gets us. I can't read. I'm going to begin. Probably going to be using my Xbox 360 control pad right here. Here it is. Move in light. So, here is me. It is it looks like, what is it, like RPG Maker or something, kind of like these kind of basic pixel graphics. Something out of like the Super Nintendo era for sure, though. But what we are going to be looking for is my girlfriend, because we are obviously in hetero platonic land. And so I am going to find my lovely lady and try to escape to our car before whatever is in this woods, this forest, gets me. I have played this game for probably I don't want to say half an hour. That might be a little bit too long, but a good enough time. I haven't yet to find my damsel in distress, but I often find the place that I can't get to outside of the map. The game tells you right off the bat that there are spooky, creepy things in the forest that are attracted to light. And as you can see, I like the sound effects to this game, and I think that's gonna be the big thing of this week, is just listening to or paying attention to like the sound effects, which is something I don't typically do, or at least I don't. Oh God, that's the monster, and so it's a lot less scary when I'm able to run from it like that. But so maybe this is gonna be like more of a challenge game. It is a spooky, scary game, but I hate being spooky scared. Like, I am such a baby when it comes to this sort of stuff, and so I found this game and I was like, yes, this seems like a game that I can play and not have nightmares over. So let's try to begin it one more time. We'll see if I can get anything. But here's the car that I need to get to. And okay, so what I was trying to say, a lot of times I take the music and sound effects in games for granted, and I know I shouldn't because there's a whole lot of musical components that go into video games. They're a huge kind of multi-dimensional thing, and it would be a shame to only focus on like the visuals or just like the story. I'm just turning off my light because I'm scared. Um, but the music and especially like these types of games really pop out at you, much like the scares. Um, so I just heard like some sort of like weird breathing thing, and I don't like that. Um, so I don't want to die. I don't know if I get closer. See, the sound effects, man, they get me every time. They make me scared. Those are the things in this game. Ah, shit. It's gonna. I died. Um, so the sound effects just play like such a huge and prominent role in these sorts of games, and I need that in my life. Or I think like you need them in your life too, if you want to be like a big fan of these sorts of games. Because I could play as a female. Excuse me, it's late. I gotta stay up late to do these games because the sun's not out and NLSS or the JSS isn't on. So it's like after I record all of that sort of stuff, I do this. Okay, so I'm such like a huge baby again, and so this game doesn't necessarily like scare me until I don't focus on the visuals. My scarediness comes from the music, and it comes from the sound effects, or it comes from the lack of all those things. Until it's just pitch black and it's dark and it's unknown, and you can't even see anything. And a lot of this, and especially this kind of game, you're relying on your imagination. You're trying to put yourself in this weird, spooky forest, and you're trying to find that long lost, love of yours. They're out here in this woods, and you know that there's something, not right about it. And you're doing everything in your entire being. Every fiber of your person says, no, Josh, don't go into the woods. Or Jocelyn, I should say, because I'm a lady. Don't go into the forest, but that person that you love is out there. And you need to find them. And you need to get the hell out. Because this is the silliest thing you've ever done. And your whole life, in their life, is depending on this one act. This one thing that you can do yourself. Oh, shit! I found him! And then I'm gonna die. I found the dude! So that was good. I found him. Unfortunately, I died promptly afterwards. So yeah, I imagine that. Imagine like how terrible that would feel. You just risked your life and limb to run out into the forest, and you know that it was a bad idea. Your heart and your soul was just like, Josh, don't do it. Something bad's gonna happen to you. And then as soon as you do, man, the Grim fucking Reaper comes out, snatches you both up right when you find that person, and takes you away, never to be seen from again, never to be heard again. It sucks. That's scary. I'm scaring myself just talking about it. I think that guy was down here, but not anymore. I guess he probably moves around. Well, he probably doesn't. He probably just spawns in different locations. That's my guess. But I'm gonna keep trying. I don't think I'm gonna beat this game. I didn't even see that guy. I didn't even see him. I just exploded. All right, I'll give it like one or two more tries, and we'll call that round one, I guess, for 2Spooky4U. It's the last It's the last week of October, and it's hilarious that I'm doing this now. Because the way that the weeks work, I do it like Monday through Sunday. Like that's my week. This week, it's the last week of October, but it still incorporates like I think 1 or 2, maybe 3 days in November. So I'm interested to see how that goes. I want to find like some like it doesn't necessarily have to be like too spooky for you. I don't like horror games, but if there was like a sweet game, like fuck it, I'm just gonna maybe I'll do like Pac-Man DX that has ghosts in it. But something like cute that also like has that sort of like vibe as well, or like just kind of like not a vibe, but has like sort of like those sorts of elements. And so I guess as soon as like this thing sees you, you're just kind of screwed. But yeah, I wish there was like more games that like kind of laughed at like horror, or they were like lighthearted but based on some sort of like creepy subject matter, like a ghost or something like that. That's the kind of stuff that I would totally enjoy. Like it'd be like the antithesis of like a true horror game, but it's based on that sort of kind of like genre or something. I don't know. Basically, I just want a cute game with ghosts. That's all. Like, is there something wrong with that? There's got to be. I'm sure there's something. I'll just play through like, oh shit, what if I played like through all of like Super Mario World, but only the ghost levels? That would be super awesome. I kind of want to do that now. Might do that. I probably won't because that's like a lot of editing and shit that I just don't want to do. Plus, I would have to beat like the whole game, anyways, just to play the ghost levels. Which might be more trouble than it's worth. But we'll see. We'll see. I might surprise myself and not and do that. Where is this dude at? Speaking doodad. I don't know. Let's turn off my flashlight. It's not even a flashlight. I just turned off my glow, my inner glow. Funny. I know, like. Oh God. Hear this creepy music. So I go out with like a multitude of different people. Like not really like dating wise, it's just like I hang out with a multitude of different people. And so like I was talking about glows. Like apparently like the Asian glow is a thing. I didn't realize that until I hung out with and this Elaine. She was a nice person. She still is. But like she said, Josh, you know about like the Asian glow? She's like, all right, we're gonna go out, and you're gonna see like their face just turns red after they start drinking or something like that. I don't know. It was weird. That was the first time I heard of that. But I don't think this is. I look fairly Caucasian in this one though, so I just get like the white glow. I don't know if that's a thing. Is that racist? I don't think it's racist. It might be like, you know, I'm an uncultured swine. You know, to steal basically what Northernlion thinks about me. But you know, what am I gonna do about it? I just want to find my boyfriend, really. I hear creepy noises. Surprised I didn't die right here. Where's my man? I don't think I'm gonna find him down here. I never find him down here. Just keep on walking, and eventually I'll. Yep, here that is. The ye ol' invisible wall. This dude's a lot harder to find than he looks. Like, I just kind of wish there was like a yell button. I mean, the game was made in 48 hours. Who am I to complain? Ah, shit. Damn it. Well, I kind of like this because this gives me like a forum to just talk and bullshit through. Like, this is like a really good game for my channel, evidently. Just like if you would like want to listen to me like bullshit for a while, I guess I'm just gonna play Forest. I've been like playing like what games? Like the week of thing. I love doing that. But it's interesting because I do like a lot of different genres, and so like you'll be able to pick and choose like how you kind of, or like how I'll be able to like do my commentary over top of certain games. And so some games, they dictate that I, or like how much attention I need to pay attention to the game. And so when I do that, when I play those types of games, generally my words that I spray out of my mouth diarrhea, is essentially just, you know, what I'm thinking at, or like what I'm thinking about while I'm playing that game, in relation to what I'm supposed to do, what are my objectives, what I need to do to be successful. In this game, it's essentially just inner monologue. So it reminds me of like Don't Starve. And if you remember like my Don't Starve series, it was 96 freaking episodes. I love how I didn't get to like episode 100. I just kind of like, it's close enough. And I kind of gave up. But like in Don't Starve, there wasn't like a whole lot of like structure to it, you know. You had your simple idea of like what you needed to do for that level, or like that those immediate like 3 days that each episode was, and then you did it. But the downtime, and I use the term downtime like loosely here, essentially means you know, time that you don't have specified to anything. All you got to do is you know what you're going to be doing, and it's not like an active activity. And so this is just not an active activity. I'm just walking around in the walking around trying not to die. This thing's going to catch up to me. I'm pretty fast. I can literally outrun death almost. But I died. Shit. But anyways, I was just saying, like, this kind of gives me like an outlet to not take things so serious, or like gives me a chance to just kind of ramble. And I like rambling. I do think that I tend to be a pretty good rambler, maybe? I don't know. Let me know. Let me know in the comments section down below. Let me know if you enjoyed this. That's going to be huge as well. Because if you don't enjoy it, maybe I'll just, you know, backtrack and make like 7 new episodes for a different theme or something like that. I don't know. I'll just, fuck it. Just Super Amazing Wagon Adventure week of, I changed my mind. I don't know. I love you guys. Thank you very much. That's going to be the end of Forest. I got something new for you tomorrow, so stay tuned. It's going to be something a little bit different than this as well, so it's not going to be a 2D horror game, but it's going to be something new, something maybe a little bit unusual. So, with that said, I love you, and take care. Thank you all very much. You guys mean the world to me, and I will see you next time, next tomorrow, and all week with all these Too Spooky for You. And me, perhaps. Anyways, love you. Take care of yourselves. If you like the video, go ahead and like all that kind of stuff down below. It helps me a whole lot. After you do that, you can follow me on all my social media platforms. twitter.com/JSmithOTI, 2Spooky4U, all week long. And then you can also see me over at Twitch, where I do all my live shows, which is basically Monday through Thursday from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's twitch.tv/JSmithOTI, and I'll be there for the Northland Super Show and also my own live show every Tuesday. So, thank you very, very much. I will see you next time. This is the longest outro in the history of the entire world. This has been Forest, free game, www.asylumjam.com/submission/23-forest. Links will probably most certainly be in the description. Thank you. I love you, and I will check you guys tomorrow. Later.